Thank you for joining us today. Prescriptive Health Solutions is presenting Healthy Living, making smart health and wellness decisions for life. Healthy living is about being smart about your health, about lifestyle choices, and maximizing the benefits of insurance. Living a quality life so you have a life of quality. As you consider a healthy life, consider this. Health is not simply the absence of sickness. We've come to find that lifestyle and health are related. The power of lifestyle as medicine was perceived thousands of years ago. There is now consistent and compelling science to support the important influence of lifestyle and health. Approximately 80% of chronic disease and premature death could be prevented by not smoking, being physically active, and adhering to a healthy dietary pattern. Cardiovascular disease, diabetes, stroke, and even dementia and cancer are all influenced by our lifestyle choices. So, what is the definition of health? To make sound, whole, or well, absence of disease, physically fit, look good on the outside, never broken a bone, had stitches, or spent time in the hospital. All of these are part of one's health, but there is so much more to it. As we consider a wholeness definition of health, it has a combination of these three components: physical, mental, and social health. With physical health, all parts of the system of the body work together. It withstands the stress of normal everyday life. It has strength to pursue physical, mental, emotional, and social challenges and changes. With mental health, you like, accept, and feel good about yourself. It's about how well you relate to others and how you meet the demands of daily life. Social health is about the way you get along with others. It's your ability to make and keep friends, to work and play in cooperative ways, and communicating well and sharing your feelings with others. How do you maintain a high degree of health and wellness? By developing personal habits and behaviors that are based on sound health knowledge and healthful attitudes. Habits are a combination of daily activities that you do repeatedly, over and over time, like brushing your teeth. A daily activity becomes a habit. Choosing to make a healthy decision is a conscious effort. Once a behavior becomes a habit, it's not as challenging to make that decision, to eat healthy foods, or even to exercise. Choose to make healthy choices and take those daily habits into action. Choosing a healthy lifestyle can be as simple as some of the following activities noted here: getting between 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, refraining from using drugs, alcohol, or tobacco products, following a good diet with nutritious foods from each food group, doing 30 to 50 minutes of cardiovascular activity 5 days a week, and also maintaining your recommended weight. Adding all of these up can lead to a healthy lifestyle for the long term. Choosing to make healthy choices is a different matter altogether. This requires decision making. There is a conscious effort and a process by which you make a choice. Decision making is a decision or the act of making a choice or coming to a solution. Decisions may affect your health and well-being or someone else's. It could also affect you or someone else's future. When making decisions, consider the risks. Consider whether they are reasonable or unreasonable. A reasonable risk is when the likelihood of damaging you or someone else's safety or health is low. An unreasonable risk is when the likelihood that someone else may get hurt now or in the future is high. An example of an unreasonable risk would be drinking and driving. Consider the risks as you make your choices. For some individuals, decisions come easy. For others, they're a bit more complex and challenging. This is a model that helps you think about the process of making a decision. So when you come across a decision that may be complex or challenging, consider using this model. First step is to identify the problem, followed by establishing decision criteria and listing all of the possible options before you. Weigh decision criteria and consider your values and also the consequences. This might be a good time to consider the risk. Generate alternatives and evaluate those alternatives. Choose the best alternatives. Implement. Make a decision based on everything you know, and then act on it. And then evaluate your decision. As simple as this seems, the process can be more complex depending on the situation. In the end, after all, the purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. Quiz time. Let's see how well you listened to this past presentation. Number 1, what % of chronic disease and premature death could be prevented if we exercised, ate healthy foods, and didn't smoke? Number 2, how many minutes of cardiovascular activity should you do 5 days a week? Number 3, true or false? A decision is the act of making a choice or coming to a solution. Number 4, true or false? An unhealthy decision is when the likelihood of damaging your or someone else's safety or health is low. And number 5, what is the first thing you should do when trying to make a decision? Write your answers down and submit them in. How do you maintain a high degree of health and wellness? By developing personal habits and behaviors that are based on sound health knowledge and healthful attitudes. Habits are a combination of daily activities that you do repeatedly, over and over time, like brushing your teeth. A daily activity becomes a habit. Choosing to make a healthy decision is a conscious effort. Once a behavior becomes a habit, it's not as challenging to make that decision, to eat healthy foods, or even to exercise. Choose to make healthy choices and take those daily habits into action.